Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I just finished doing a reading for Aquarius. If you have Aquarius in your chart, you might want to check it out, or maybe you just feel guided towards it. But I feel like there's some energy coming off that reading that the collective needs to hear as well. There's something about somebody trying to poke you, bother you, do something. For some of you, you're not even sure if this person is doing that or whether you're exaggerating it or reading too far into something. For others of you, you're just giving this person too much attention. What's this? Upheaval. Yeah, the vulture. Let's see what the book says here about this card, and then I'll get into the reading. I feel like there are a couple different situations happening here. One sec. Now, if this isn't your reading, that's okay. Don't worry. I mean, maybe it's good if it's not. An unforeseen upheaval leading to grief, mourning, or regret. Yeah, I feel like this is the energy that maybe this person is projecting towards you. Like, It says here something, there's a line here, my regrets follow you to the grave. Often when what follows upheaval looks like ruin, and it's tempting to clear the rubble and start again. This card reminds us that there is value in what's been lost. Take time to grieve before you rebuild, lest you harbor regret. I feel like somebody is saying you're going to regret something, or yeah, there's some kind of, I don't like it. It says, cleanse your wounds carefully before attempting to move on. But what I read was cleanse your words carefully. Maybe you need to choose your words carefully with this person, or you need to cleanse their words off your aura. Like, don't let this person's words get to you. This person could be calling you some kind of names. Like, don't let that bother you. Okay, and if this isn't happening, I already said that. Okay. Let's see here. Well, I have these chakra stones. I feel like this person is trying to attack a chakra. Let's see. What chakra? Your root chakra. Yeah, that's your chakra of security. It's the chakra of I am safe. I have a right to take up this space. I have a right to be here. I have a right to feel what I'm feeling. I have a right to do what I need to do to ascend in my life. This person is, I don't know, doing something here to make you feel unsafe, insecure, to question yourself, to question your path. No. We're going to do a reading on this. Let's get 3 cards. Maybe there's 3 situations. I don't know why we're getting 3 cards, but let's get them. What do we need to say here for the collective? We have the butterfly and snowdrop with hope. Oh, we have a dragonfly and pansy, balance. And then we have the porcupine with boundaries. One second. So you have to balance. That's why we got 3. You have to balance between the energies of hope and creating boundaries. Okay? I feel like for most of you, you are the kind of person to see the good in others. Maybe you give people second chances. I've learned my lesson with that, okay? So yeah, second chances are very rare for me, and there are definitely no third chances, okay? So I don't know, maybe that you need to say that to somebody. Yeah, so you're probably the type to, I'm hearing be beautiful. Be beautiful. Have a beautiful energy. To come with the best intentions. To hope others have the best intentions towards you. And yet, that's not always the case, as we all know. So Spirit's saying, Boundaries are important. You probably already know that. Even if you can have strong boundaries and still hope for the best from people. Absolutely. So then what? What about the boundaries? King of Cups. Boundaries with, boundaries with yourself, not necessarily with the person. Okay, so perhaps you're very good at saying, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm not giving you my energy. I'm not lending you any money. I'm not whatever it is, right? But after you enforce that boundary with that person, it still bothers you, or you still ruminate on it, or start to question yourself. And Spirit is saying you need emotional boundaries here. Learning how to not let those things bother you. You could, block someone, keep them away from you. You know they're not good for you, but yet you're still emotionally tied or invested, or you can feel their energy, or you're thinking about, that's not a boundary. There needs to be a boundary there. Interesting. Okay, some of you, well, let me see about the hope here. Hearing Erica, injustice, 2 of arrows, 2 of swords, and ecstasy with the 5 of vessels, which is the 5 of cups. I find this an interesting card for the 5 of cups. Well, perhaps somebody, the 5 of cups is a card about, I'm hearing ruin, devastation, disappointment, grief, and coming out with, I know it's interesting, injustice and ecstasy. I wouldn't pair those words with these cards, but I feel like that's the message here. It's like somebody's taking some kind of pleasure, perhaps, in your pain, poking you or annoying you or nagging you or whatever it is they're doing, gaslighting you. How do you not let that get to you, right? Some of you are hoping this is not the case. Okay. What is collective's weakness here in this situation? Tell me more about the weakness, and then we'll look at the strength. No. Couple cards. What is the weakness? Thank you. We have the 5 of stones, endurance, which is the 5 of pentacles. The Knight of vessels, showing up as an eel. And the Queen of vessels, the salmon. Resilience, I'm hearing right there with the salmon. For whoever I'm speaking to, you do truly have a beautiful, big, receptive heart. Okay, and I do feel like many of you might be hoping somebody isn't trying to hurt you when it's pretty obvious that they are, or maybe it's not so obvious that they are and you're still hoping that I said that in the beginning, that you're reading too much into a situation. You're trying to endure this toxic or painful situation here, hoping that this person's going to turn around, or the energy's going to turn around, that things are going to shift. And Spirit, what do you want to say about that? Is that the case here? I feel like it's not, but let's see. Okay, well, maybe I spoke too soon. 2 of vessels and judgment, the great bear. This is a complicated message, I feel. Okay. Spirit's saying, now hear me out, that you have a role to play in this. You've helped manifest this situation. Now, I'm not saying you're responsible for this person's actions or behaviors. No, nothing like that. But you have definitely manifested the emotional, the ability for this situation to take an emotional toll on you or to impact you emotionally. You have allowed that to happen, or you have done something this is hard because I feel like a lot of you might not want to hear this, so I'm running against an energy block here. It's like, no. And then I'm like, but I gotta tell you the message. Okay. Page of Cups. There's something you're being a little naive about, okay? I know, nobody likes to hear that. But I gotta tell you, now that naivete that you have can be a beautiful quality, and it can be used in good places. Your imagination, art, creativity, playing with children, like all of that, that's where that innocence kind of energy is useful. In this scenario, in this situation, it's not. And I feel like you absolutely know better. Now, for some of you, the reason why this is going on, and you're also not going to like this message, is because you're bored. Okay? Which this message has a lot of weight to it, because when you are busy and you are occupied with something that you are really passionate about, you love doing, situations like this don't tend to stick around very long or bother you because you're too invested somewhere else. It's like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for this drama. I don't have time for that person. I'm not going to allow this to bother me because I have this thing that I'm attending to that I just love doing. I'm so passionate about it. I'm so busy with this. And Spirit's saying some of you don't have that happening right now in your life. You don't have the passion, or you don't have something to keep you busy. You're bored. Okay? And even though this feels unpleasant, it's keeping you busy. It's keeping your mind occupied. Okay? This can be very difficult. And I went through this in my own life. Okay? I was, why am I still dealing with this? Why am I still putting up with this? And I realized it's because I didn't have anything else happening for me at that time. This was a long time ago, but I went through this revelation of like, I think I'm just bored. And I'm just still thinking about this because I'm not really thinking about anything else. So I'm seeing that here for some of you. And trust me when I say, if that resonates with you, hallelujah, because now you can get busy and you can find something you're passionate in so you can move away from this, whatever this is for you. Now, for others of you here, well, I don't know exactly what you're trying to do, but it looks like, well, you want somebody's behavior towards you to change. Maybe so you can prove to yourself how powerful you are. Whoa, okay. How many subscribers are we losing today, Andy? Let's go for it. These are shadow work messages, okay? Now, we talk about shadow work all the time in Tarot Land. Well, the good channels anyways. And so why not get messages that provoke you into shadow work, right? Okay. Yeah, because look at this. I'm seeing you saying, I'll let you back in, even though I know I'm playing with fire, even though I know you're hurting me here. I'll let you slither up to me and come back into my heart. And it's like, and we will be one. We will see eye to eye. You will understand that you can't hurt me like this anymore. And this proves how powerful I am, right? The magician. I can manifest this person to awaken and stop being toxic. I can manifest this person's spiritual ascension. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. And I feel like maybe some of you don't even realize that's what you're thinking. You can't manifest an awakening for anyone. I love you, all of you, whether this message is resonating or not. Okay? I do. I truly do. And I respect you. I respect you a lot. Okay. And don't forget to respect yourself. I feel like this person does not respect you. Maybe that's what you need to hear, is like you need somebody who respects you. And anybody who disrespects you doesn't deserve to be in your energy. Because if you let someone disrespect you and you say, I'm still open. I know you just disrespected me, but hey, come, let's bring it in for a hug. No, that person's going to keep doing what they're doing, and they're probably going to amp it up to see what they can get away with. Been there. I've done that. Okay. So this is speaking from experience as well. Do not let someone disrespect you. They won't change. Now, I know I'm hearing it from someone. I know there's a philosophy out there, okay, that these people are wounded, they've had childhood trauma, these people who disrespect us, etc., and, you know, they're wounded, they just need love, and if we just love them, we can love them into awakening. No, that's like some kind of savior complex, okay? You cannot do that. They have to do it for themselves. It's their lesson, it's their karma, it's their test, it's their future. It's their decision. You cannot decide that for somebody. You can hold space in your heart for them, but you can't condone behavior that hurts you. This is a very specific message for someone. Let's get one of these cards to close. And then I'm going to go have a salt bath, and I suggest you do too, okay? Cleanse this energy off of you. I knew that was coming up. We have grace and generosity at the bottom, and we have beloved, radical acceptance, number 2. Let's read that. The object of affection, radical acceptance, loving what is. When the beloved appears, it requires 100% of your heart, body, and soul. Don't try to squeeze the beloved into your schedule. Drop the busyness and receive the one you have been waiting for. Know that this card comes as a mirror to show you the divine within and invite your radical acceptance of everything you consider beautiful or ugly in your being. The beloved may not be a person at all. It might be a business venture, a project, or an adventure calling for your full attention. So you're not bored with this. Love it, let it light you up, and give it your all. Surrender to this truth and know that you are gaining a passport to bliss, even when it feels like that you are being consumed by the fire of the beloved. Do not hold back or be afraid, for you will emerge transformed. Surrender is the key. Allow yourself to be loved. Usher the harsh critic out the door and shut your eyes and ears to the judgment of others who have not been ignited by the divine blaze consuming you. For they will only attempt to douse your fire and leave you choking on the smoke. Guys, be careful you are not seduced by false promises or falling prey to your extraordinary ability to sabotage your dreams and desires. Sink with and sink into your heart and trust your sense of what is true, and you will know what to do. The true beloved is never false. Every gift proffered is valuable. Recognize the many faces of the beloved and welcome them into your heart. You will be so glad you did. It's beautiful that you have this open, loving heart and that you want to bring everything in for a hug. And Spirit's saying, keep that energy of you. You know, it's not to get rid of that, right? Balance that hope you have for the best with the boundary. And invite in the beloved, those things that love you just as much as you love them. Those things that give you that energy back, that respect that you give them. They're there waiting for you, those opportunities, those blessings. But first we have to make that boundary and shut out the others who do not belong in our heart. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.